So, yeah. I was gonna go live, but it won't let me on Instagram, so I decided to record it. And I almost up where I am. So I thank God for that. And it's just a memory I have for the rest of my life. So,
what's going on? Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, hit me in the comment section. So check this out, man. So the reason Maurice is walking around, walking to the side, talking to all the cookie workers, even though he said he just pulled up, and he gets behind the yellow tape, he said he just pulled up, but why are they letting him walk through the yellow tape and to all these places and stuff like that, like inside the shop? He's trying to coach all of the witnesses and the workers on what to say. Like real life, man. Like he's over here trying to influence them into the narrative, put his opinion into their minds. So if they get interviewed, they say what Maurice told them. That's the reason why Raven went on to the news. She had no business going on to the news in front of that cookie shop when everybody was still there, when the yellow tape was still there, all the people still outside, and she goes on news. If you go back to that original interview, that very, very first news interview, right in front of Makedas Cookies, where they got Raven, you could tell she's looking behind the whole cameras and lights action camera, and she's looking behind, and it's Maurice and the other owner standing right there, and he's mouthing to her what to say. He's nodding yes or no if she's going into the right direction. You see her eyes distracted. She keeps looking over there. She's not looking at something right over here. She's looking at something right over there. You could tell with the movement of her eyes that she's looking at somebody behind the cameraman. She's focusing farsighted to see Maurice with his hat and the freshly changed clothes, him freaking out when she's leading on the words that she's saying to make them look bad. And he's trying to get her to change what she's saying, but it was too late. So he definitely was coaching the cashier, the other workers, Raven's brother, and letting them know, like trying to get them all to have matching stories. But it didn't work out because everybody's going through the adrenaline, the rush, and the mind is racing. They're not thinking clearly. They're not going to remember exactly word for word what Maurice told them to say. They're going to be going in and out, like telling some of the real stuff, but then saying some of the stuff Maurice said. But the stuff they say about the real things, it's like small minor details that aren't the big details. So the big details, they replace it with what Maurice told them. And then we catch this inconsistency, like, stay with me, Dolph, that part. When Maurice was saying that, Raven said that part is real. But then some of the other parts that she's saying is what Maurice told her. The reason why she said to stay with me, Dolph, and then started changing the story after is because Maurice is telling her, don't talk about that. Start talking about this. And so that's why she keeps looking over there. And she's basically, it's almost like he has cue cards ready for her, flashcards, but he don't have flashcards. He's using his hands and his verbal, like mouthing, and his eyes and his expressions on his face to communicate to her, to tell her what to lie about and when to not speak on a certain subject. And then she keeps using these words, from what I'm being told, from what it, you know, she said, from what I'm being told. So somebody told her. That's another slip up. See, like some of the parts is real. Like when she says, from what I'm being told, that's real. Somebody told her this. Now the next part is fake. So she says, from what I'm being told, something, something, something. But then this really part that you got to focus in on is when she says, from what I'm being told, it happened inside the store. They asked her, did it happen inside or outside? And she says, from what I'm being told, so Maurice told her that it happened inside the store. That's your giveaway statement right there, okay? That gives away the case. From what she's being told by Maurice, it happened inside the store. How did Maurice know? Because he's the one coaching her during that interview. How did Maurice know? He says he wasn't there. He didn't have enough time to go around and get everybody's story. He's going around to tell them because he was there, and he's trying to tell them to say, tell him that I wasn't there. Tell him that I was just pulling up and picked up the phone when it was ringing. So that's the one thing. And the other thing is that the time that passed by between, there's no way that he could have walked in and it had just happened, because the laundromat had already called and said that it was Ben had shots being fired. Like, they heard the first set of them. They heard the first few pops already called.
My name is Christopher Walker, and I'm about to tell you how I reclaim my manhood. I have more energy and strength than ever before. I feel like there's nothing in life I can't overcome. But it wasn't always like this. At 19 years old, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor that blocked male hormone production. My T levels were almost zero. Doctors prescribed synthetic drugs, but I refused to accept that something so unnatural was the cure. Using my background from my degree at Duke in neuroscience, I discovered that nature is the key to rebalancing your hormones. Within 18 months, my hormone levels were restored, and my energy and strength soared to new heights. Since then, I've helped thousands of men experience the same health benefits with Testro X. Endless energy, lower stress levels, increased performance with Testro X. Click through to learn more and read the thousands of reviews from satisfied guys around the world.
Mom, just wait.
No time to wait. Very busy.
I've seen thousands of Evelyn.
And some time went by, then next set of shots happened, that 007 scene. It was people behind that Makedas. It's a forest behind there. And it was people metal detecting in the creek. It was a dried out creek. And so they went into it. They're metal detecting. They got a video. You search that up, you can hear multiple shots going off in that video. They got a 30-minute video, and they're in Memphis behind Makedas Cookies, in between Joy Lane and Pecan. In that wooded area, these people was metal detecting, and they was filming, and they put the video on YouTube, and you could hear in their video that in the background they hear shots going off, and they're like, did you hear that? They stop and think like, was that shots? And then 5 minutes, 10 minutes later in their video, you hear them go off again. That, if anybody's seen that video, that proves to you that something happened in that back hallway first with shots. Then they brought him up to that front room, and the second set of shots was what took out the windows. So this is real facts right here. You can't deny any of this. You can look all of this stuff up yourself and see it. You got to look at that interview from Raven. You got to look at the fact that the videos of Maurice walking to the side of the store, talking to all the other workers, trying to tell them, hey, you got to say I wasn't here and it happened like this. And then you got to see that third video research of the people in Memphis behind Makedas in that forest, metal detected in the creek, and they got, in their sound, they got the multiple sets of shots going off at 2 different complete times, where it was one event that happened in the back hallway, and the second round of shots was the event that happened in the lobby. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video, man. Let me know what y'all think. Is this what you think is close to what happened.